India, very, very tough, very, very tough. Prime Minister just left. He's a great friend of mine, but I said, you're a friend of mine, but you're not treating us right. They charge us 52%.
US President Donald Trump has stuck to his promise of introducing reciprocal tariffs as he announced the sweeping economic move impacting over 100 countries, including India. India was hit with a discounted 26% tariff on its exports to the US. Global markets trembled, including India, with Sensex plunging by 300 points early morning. Will this move crack open India's economy, or the impact will be more subdued? Let's find out. Trump's tariffs are part of what he called a Liberation Day for America, an economic war cry against what he described as unfair treatment of US products around the world. So why is India facing 26%? Well, because India charges over 50% on some US goods. Trump's answer is to match it half-pay. On one hand, they point out that Trump's tariffs may not have a significant negative impact on the economy, which is a comforting factor for the domestic market. Moreover, FPIs could reduce exposure to emerging markets, leading to volatility. However, on the other hand, a blanket tariff of 26% applied across all Indian products could be highly negative. International broking firm Macquarie has noted that a blanket tariff of more than 20% could impact India's GDP by more than 50 basis points. A 26% tariff could have the potential to impact up to $30 billion of India's gross domestic product, which would amount to about 0.7% of the $4.3 trillion GDP India is likely to have by the end of the calendar year 2025, as per the International Monetary Fund. A 25% tariff on automobile imports to the country is likely to impact auto stocks such as Tata Motors. According to Reuters, nearly $14 billion worth of electronic products and over $9 billion worth of gems and jewelry are among the sectors to be hit by the US tariffs. While the 26% tariffs will not apply to auto parts and aluminum products, those will still attract the 25% tariff that Trump had announced earlier. India's exports to the US are valued at $77.5 billion. With top sectors being electronics, gems and jewelry, pharma, machinery, and petroleum products. These sectors face the heat. Other vulnerable items include iron and steel, seafood, and textiles. Together, these account for over 50% of India's exports to the US. These vulnerable exports amount to just 1.1% of India's GDP. India's trade surplus with the US stands at $37 billion in FY24, but it's not excessive. In fact, items like agriculture and dairy, which are tariff sensitive, form a tiny fraction, only $500 million. Plus, Trump's tariff rates are negotiable. They are set at half rate, others charge. This leaves room for diplomacy. As an investor, watch for sectors like IT services, pharmaceuticals, auto ancillaries, semiconductors. During Prime Minister Narendra Modi's US visit in February, the two nations agreed to start talks towards clinching an early trade deal and resolving their standoff on tariffs.